Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Ogre Gladiator of Uskayu, and we're halfway done with Lair. Time to head on down. This is not a staircase. The staircase is here. Understood. Yeah, we'll just hold down tab. Black mobs aren't scary at all, right? We learned that earlier. Definitely no problem with black mobs. God, I hate everything in Lair. It's so... Ugh. Also, I hate ogres. They're even more blech. And hydras. They're the worst. Maybe I should do orc or something. Hope to find some enchant weapon or something. Or maybe buy some dragon armor. Although I don't think I have enough money to afford even the crappiest dragon armor. Maybe. Probably not, though. Training-wise, how are we doing? Still seems fine, I guess. Whatever. So I'm recording this on July 4th, actually. So, you know, if you're American, happy 4th of July. And, you know, if you're not, it's still 4th of July. Happy 4th of July. Woo! Just a little less exciting if you're from somewhere else. You know, the old joke, right? Like, do they have 4th of July in England? And it's like, no, of course not. It's like, yeah, it's still the 4th of July. They just don't really care that much about it. They don't celebrate the 4th of July. Is the difference between having the 4th of July and celebrating it. Five-headed ogre. Five-headed ogre. Jeez, that would be a thing, huh? But a five-headed hydra. I mean, we can maybe just tank him, but you know, again, there's no real need to. Polar bears, yowza. Let's get the river rat up here, and hopefully hammering on him, I thought, would make enough noise to wake up the polar bears, but it doesn't seem to have. But fighting a polar bear would have made enough noise to wake up the other one. And we can do so much damage with this giant spiked club. It's finally starting to become useful. Like, we're just, I don't know, we more or less, really? More or less one-shot. I guess it was like two-shot the polar bears. I'm not sure. The problem is we're still missing a lot. Once we get our maces and flails and our fighting and our decks up to stop missing so much, we're going to have, a much easier time of things. A seven-headed hydra is... I would love to Grand Finale him. I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to use Grand Finale. Certainly not in this game, and I don't think in my other Skyu game either. But we could maybe make do with just like a line pass to confuse him. There's still like a yak is the problem if I do that. Maybe I line pass through both of them, beat the yak to death, and then line pass through the hydra. That seems okay. So let's line pass here. I could land in either of these two squares. I guess this one's a little better. What's that? It's excluded because of the hydra, I guess. Yeah, but I think that's the hydra we're fighting now. All the same, I'll be a little bit safer and go over here. All right, the hydra's awake. Or not awake, but... Alright, we paralyzed him. That's nice. So, this guy is starting to help out, I think. What is... I mean, this guy has been helping out, but we're getting more assistance than we were before. This is just a five-headed hydra, not a big concern compared to the seven-headed beast we slew a moment ago. Scroll of Amnesia. Let's just stop picking those up. Okay, Lair 4. Done. Nothing to eat, right? Yeah. And the other thing that's going on right now in addition to being the 4th of July, so, you know, happy barbecues, everybody, as I said, is Summer Games Done Quick. If you are into watching video games, as I suspect you are, since that's what you are literally doing right this moment, you might check it out. They're going, I think, for like, it's like a week long, right? It started like yesterday maybe, or the day before. So they're going to be going till like, I don't know, July 10th-ish, if I had to guess. I could go look it up, but you guys could look it up too. Anyway, it's just like a 24/7 stream for like a week of people speedrunning lots and lots of different games. So any games you remember from like when you were a kid, like they're certainly going to play. And a lot of games that you don't remember, you've never heard of, or new games, they're probably playing those too. Done by really, like, by actual accomplished speedrunners who can get through, you know, games in just no time at all. It's a blast to watch and really confusing compared to, like, if you're used to playing a game normally. So I don't know, like, you guys have some time, go check it out. Summer Games Done Quick. They do AGDQ, Awesome Games Done Quick. I don't know exactly when. Not summer, right? Like, I think they have 2 events a year, and one of them's in summer, and the other one's not in summer, but I don't know exactly when. And it's a charity stream. Like, they get donations. This year they're supporting Doctors Without Borders, and they're already up to like $150,000 in the first, like, not the first 24 hours, but the first 48. And I think they broke $1 million last year, or last event. I'm not sure if it was ADDQ, the last ADDQ, or the previous Summer Games Done Quick, or what. But they collect a lot of money for charity. And there's incentives to donate too. Like if you want to see a particular game played in an unusual way or whatever, or if you want to tell them what to name the characters in some game or something, you can dedicate your donation to like that particular thing. Anyway, so, you know, go check it out. My videos will be here when you're done. And of course, you know, SGDQ has archived videos as well, but I think there's something to be said for watching it live. Whereas there's really no such thing as watching me live. I don't stream these. You know, feel free, of course, stick around if you want. But I'm just saying, keep in mind, you could also go watch SGDQ, which is a really cool event. I've been watching a fair bit of already. I don't know. I watched some of the Awful Games block last night, where they play some. Oh, this is real bad, real bad. They play some just like truly abysmal games at like 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, who can blame them, right? They're playing 24/7, but it's like not prime time. You don't want to have like the Ocarina of Time going at 1 in the morning when nobody's watching. But I think they intentionally, like, they could find some sort of okay games to play, but they intentionally find some really abysmal games. So if you're into that, I don't know if they do it every night, if it was just the first night or what, but it was terrible. Okay, so this also terrible is the combat that we are in right now. So we have to find a better place to fight. I got a little bit careless because I was talking about SGDQ and I was looking for the labyrinth, blah, 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 but now things are a little serious. And I'm looking for a corridor to fight in, and then I'll probably pop a potion of might. This spot here could be okay. What else is there? Like, there's not really anything else. If I run really far, I could get to here. But that's a pretty long walk. I mean, maybe that's fine. It's just going to slow me down on the labyrinth. There's another spot here. And the labyrinth is a really good one to get to. Just the loot in a labyrinth is amazing. And oh jeez, there's a spiny frog as well, huh? Since too fast, I can't really run away for that long. Tell you what, let's go berserk. No messing around. Do it before we start losing a bunch more hit points to this frog. I should have Berserk on, like, warn me if I try to quaff it, because it can be very dangerous. All right, I'd kind of like to charge down that elephant, but I need to get away because Berserk is about to wear off. Yeah, and slow is going to cause me some trouble too. I was hoping that he would maybe get closer before I finished off the other one, but he didn't. Let's see. What else can I do? I could teleport, but I could land someplace pretty nasty. I could quaff Ambrosia to heal up a bit. But of course I could get caught on in a bad spot then. I could be confused for longer than I would like. I'm thinking I'm going to do both of those things, though. I'm going to read Teleport to get away from this elephant. A lot of this floor is relatively safe to land in. Not all of it, but a lot of it. It'll get me away from this elephant, hopefully not adjacent to any really nasty monsters. And then I'm going to quaff Ambrosia for some healing. Okay, cool. So we landed someplace safe. That's good news. And I still want to push for the lab. Maybe I should read. I'm going to read Magic Mapping, actually. It's right there. I didn't need to. Well, I would have discovered at the next tick of the timer that it was close by, and I would then have chosen not to read it, probably. But, you know. Okay, yeah, it's frantic. So, I don't know. I think it was right to hurry up. Do I need to drop any of this? Magic Mapping, not going to need that. If it worked, it would be great, but it doesn't, so there we go. I don't imagine we'll need more than 11 slots, and if we do, that'll be great, but I can drop some stuff then. Alright, Labyrinths still suck. I don't think anything has changed in Labyrinths since last I played. I need to, like, I need to update my RC file. Some of the changes that I made... Is it this way? No, it's over here. While playing the 0.18 tournament, I do like, but they were on the 0.18 version of the game and were not. And those don't get automatically copied. Like your RC files do not get copied between versions automatically. Because you might want a different RC file for like 0.18 versus trunk. So things like, I don't know, making it easier to see stone and metal walls, some improvements to what letter new spells get assigned to, and so on. Those are some things that I improved in my RC file during the 0.18 tournament, and that I keep forgetting to apply to my trunk, which is my primary version, to my trunk RC file. Bleh. Labyrinths, please. No. I can't go that way, right? Labyrinths. I don't know. There are some players who enjoy labyrinths, but I think those players might be clinically insane. Like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I think I was kind of whispering there a bit. Labyrinths is just so demoralizing. Like, in the best case, you get through the labyrinth quickly without a bunch of hassle. And in the worst case, it's just like a ton of hassle. And like, this memorizing like the layout and so on, like it's not why I'm playing Crawl. Jesus Christ. And it's just a waste of time. There's not really any danger in here. Not in navigating the map incorrectly, anyway. which is the kind of thing that like Crawl tries to avoid, is putting you in situations where you have to do something that's safe but tedious or time consuming. Have I been here already? I don't know. Doesn't seem familiar. Oh, yeah, here we are. Hello, welcome back. Great. And like, I don't know, the players who enjoy this are like, hey, you know, you make the fact that the map rot and so on and turning off auto explore means you have to pay attention to the structure of the maze, and like, isn't that exciting? Ugh. I don't know. I enjoy the Minotaur fight at the end. That's fun. But all this stuff, it just is not how I get my jollies. And I really do not pay any attention to the maze structure, even though it's the only way to make it go faster, because, I don't know, it's just not a lot of fun. Is this metal? No, it's translucent stone. This looks like metal, yes. So I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what needs to be done to fix labyrinths. Gamafunk tried it for a while and like couldn't quite get anything that seemed too great. But some way to come on, no way through, really? Some way to convey the feeling of maze-ness without having this horrible maze that like. The reason it's so frustrating, and like people brought this up in Tavern, this is not really my own idea, and so I haven't put a lot of thought into it either, and maybe I'm saying some things that are dumb. But like, in a game like NetHack that has mazes, there's like, they're kind of fun, I guess, because NetHack is about a whole bunch of different things, and you don't have auto travel normally in NetHack, whereas in Crawl, you're given auto travel, and so you mostly don't need to think about how places are shaped, or how areas are connected anyway. How they're shaped is important for tactical combat. We've been here before, there's no way in. Although, maybe it shifted, I don't know. But so you mostly don't have to think about that in Crawl, and you're used to being able to just like press O and the game like takes you someplace interesting. And in a labyrinth, all that is really novel about a labyrinth is they made the interface worse so that it's harder to play, and then it's like, have fun! And it's like, not really that fun, actually. This is a dead end, isn't it? Have we been here? No, maybe not. Maybe we haven't been here. Maybe this will curve back around to the metal area over to the west-ish. This is looking promising. Yeah, found him. Come on. There it is. Anyway, in Crawl, it's just like all there is that's novel about the labyrinth is taking away a lot of convenient things that you have for the rest of the game, and then saying enjoy it. And it's like, I don't really enjoy it. So we're probably just gonna pop a potion of might here against this Minotaur. I can't really imagine us not choosing to do that, so let's do it now. Oh, he's asleep. Please stay asleep. I'm a sneaky, sneaky ogre. It's going to take me like 5 moves to get there, so not going to happen. He's not wielding or wearing anything, so maybe we would have been okay without the Potion of Might, but I feel a lot better with it. What did we get? A Quick Blade. A bunch of staves that we can't use, or don't want to use anyway. Some cool armor that we can't use. No dragon armor. Let's grab the robes. One of them is probably better than what we're wearing. And we also picked up a number of pieces of jewelry. Protection from fire. Great. No! I guess that was fine. I already picked up everything I wanted to pick up. But I accidentally went up the stairs. And the way that happened was I pressed put on a ring, and then I hit left, the left angle bracket there to put it on my left finger. And then I accidentally tapped it again, and it took me upstairs. And it's like, wow, that's That's a mistaken double tap somebody might make that could be a humongous disaster if you hadn't already picked up everything you wanted. I don't know if there's anything you can do about that, but... Okay, so that happened. And we have another amulet to try on. Dismissal. Better than magic regen, I suppose. Sure. Let's try on some robes. Oh, that's very good. So I think I'll wear the robe of resistance. Magic resistance could be good, for sure. But right now I feel very vulnerable to elemental damage. I'll carry around the old one, the magic resistance, because it would probably be better in, like, I don't know, orc or something. Let's read remove curse here. Drop the ring of -2 dexterity. And the ring of intelligence and the magic regen. We picked up a bunch of new wands, which is like, sure, I guess. What do we need to pick back up? Scroll of magic mapping is about it, I think. Put on dexterity and protection from fire, I think, is a good set of rings to wear. Okay, sounds good. And yeah, before the might wore off, we got to pummel a blink frog as well. Too many blink frogs. Back up. Anyway, so I was complaining about labs, and we're now done with the lab. That's my coping mechanism, right? While I'm in a lab, it's less painful if I spend all the time complaining about it, I guess. And now that we're out, I don't need to anymore. But I do wish that, like, fire bats, the labs could be a little bit less tedious. And the problem is it's not clear exactly how to do that while still making them feel at all like labs. That is to say, like labyrinths in general. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to feel exactly like labs in Crawl currently do, but they should feel somehow mazy. Ooh, yeah, please. So, I don't know. It's an open problem. If you guys have any bright ideas, you know, submit them on Tavern, I guess. A lot of the stuff that goes on in Tavern is like just complete screwing around, but there are also, like, there's a game design subforum where this is way too many wolves. Holy cow. Stomp. Stomp. Yeah, get stomped, you stupid wolves. It worked. We stomped them. All right, thanks, Iskayo. Anyway, where people can submit ideas and be taken seriously so long as they behave like grown-ups instead of like the rest of Tavern. Ooh, paralysis is nice. For enemies, anyway. And we need to be careful going down to layer 6 because it is the end of layer. And keep that in mind. It should be as scary as layer 8 used to be. I presume, anyway. 7-headed Hydra. It's just... I don't know. Throw some rocks at him. Speaking of rocks, there are no rocks in this game. Of course, when I said throw some rocks, I meant throw some stones. But it reminded me that there might be actual rocks. What is this? Rod of Inaccuracy. Okay. I'll put it on I. Maybe I'll remember it. Okay, don't see any obvious weird shaped areas that would indicate an end vault, so just keep exploring with a little bit of caution. Stomp those guys. Yeah, there's no... There used to be an animation for Stomp. Is it gone? Like, was it distracting or something? I liked it. Or is it a bug that I can't see it anymore? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we can stomp quite a lot when we're surrounded by enemies. No, not now, though, huh? Let's kill the Komodo Dragon, though. That should be everything. Let's let Lasty know about that. Tell Lasty Stomp doesn't seem to have an animation anymore. Is that on purpose? Actually, I suppose I could try to look it up. I could see if there were any commits that mentioned Stomp, but it's a little bit more involved than I would like to do while recording, so I'll just send him a message. Let's use these stairs to isolate the monsters a bit. Mazes and flails up to 18, that's good. Of course, I would prefer if it were 24, but we're on the way there. Alright, that's a lot of damage. Alright, we're in grand finale's at just 92 now. Of course, it's not going to stay there. Piety quickly disappears, but the point is that, I don't know, as soon as we hit 5 stars, Line Pass is as hard to use as it's ever going to be, and we're making that become a little bit more usable, meaning it'll take us a little bit less piety to be able to actually use it. And tucked into this corner here, we should be okay. A lot of black mambas in here. And a rhyme drake. Our damage is getting pretty good with this giant spiked club, which I appreciate. But there's still no real reason to be reckless and fight out in the open when we've got such a perfect kill hole just baked into the wall here. Still haven't seen an end vault. Is the one in the center, it doesn't look like the spider-shaped thing. It's a little, I could be wrong, it could still be in there. But so far, signs point to no. It's just, I've seen a lot of black mambas, but I don't know of any end vaults that are famously have a lot of black mambas, except for the spider one, which it doesn't seem to be. And even that, I don't think would have this many. So I'm not sure what the deal is. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be anything funny in the center. Just a big squarish area I hadn't explored yet that looked like it might be something interesting. I'm also not sure that's the center, right? The center's probably a bit further north than that, but... Okay, so here's slime. Eyes of... What? Oh, see ya. I teleported him away. Alright, that's cool, I guess. Yeah, I'll walk next to this wall to pick up the food. And I mean, obviously walking next to walls is... Uh-oh. Okay. Okay. I have had some very sad times from petrification somewhat recently. I think it was on this channel. I'm not sure, actually. I got petrified while in spider form. And I thought that you got some sort of armor bonus while petrified, but that's not exactly how it works. And I just got absolutely wrecked. So, let's see here. I can quaff a potion of cancellation. That would cancel the immediate petrification, but we could get hit with it again. And then we'll have just thrown away a potion of cancellation. That could still be the right plan, but let's... The other things to think about are like Scrolls of Fear or Teleport, basically, I think. Or if I had like a Scroll of Summoning, maybe it would be good, but I don't. The thing about Teleport is it probably will land us someplace pretty safe. Like we've explored, I would say, at least 3/4 of the level. You know, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, but something in that neighborhood. And so if we land in an already cleared area, it should be perfectly safe. But if we land inside of an end vault, we'll just die. That'll be that. We'll be dead. So that's like taking a 3 out of 4 to survive and a 1 out of 4 to die. So it's not that appealing. Another thing we could do is a Scroll of Fear, which I think might work actually quite well here. None of these monsters have terribly high magic resistance. In fact, none at all. So a Scroll of Fear should work on them all. But it doesn't really address the problem of the Basilisk, because he'll just show up again soon, and I'm not sure what to do about him. No god abilities are looking that appealing. I can only really stomp. I have a Rod of Ignition, which could help a lot. The other thing is a Robe of Magic Resistance. That might be something I could think about, is Fear to make him run away, and then switch back to my switch to my Robe of Magic Resistance to make his next Petrify very unlikely to hit. That seems pretty good. The other thing I could do is just like sit here and tank all the damage. Because like these guys together are not doing that much damage, right? But I don't know, my armor is only 9 and my evasion will be like 0. That might actually be safer than teleporting. Just like accepting the Petrify and getting a hit or 2 in before we go, so that maybe we can, say, knock out this crocodile. I think with 9 armor and the petrification bonus, we might actually not be in too much trouble here. What about a wand? Like enslavement is the obvious one. I don't think it's... Wow, these guys have... Yeah, they have terrible magic resistance. Let's try to enslave the Basilisk. He resists, and I get another turn. Let's try another enslavement on the Basilisk again. Alright, I've turned to stone. But they're not doing a lot of damage to me. Okay. Fine. That didn't go too badly. It's not totally clear that we have enough firepower to finish all this stuff off, but we could try attacking the Basilisk now. Maybe quaff a Potion of Might. Yeah. That helped a bit, I think. And now we're starting to collect some Uskayo power-ups. Thank you for the paralysis. I appreciate it. Ooh, look at that. The Pain Bond got him. We hit one of them so hard it killed all 3 of them. I don't know the mechanics for Pain Bond yet. I don't know if it adds at all to your total damage or what. or if it just shares your total damage among all enemies, which would seem quite weak. Ah, here's an ending. All these skeletons are a clear indicator. This is the one with the Deep Troll Earth Mage and like a Catablepus and some elephants or something, right? Elephants or yaks or whatever. Pachyderms. And bears. Our pack is full. Can I drop any of this? I don't need 2 polymorphs. I don't need random effects. I would like to keep Disintegration so I can recharge it at some point. I don't need this Book of Beasts, I don't think. No. Summon Butterflies is okay, but skill-wise, doing okay. We've gotten a lot of buff potions this game, which I appreciate. It's helped a lot with, I mean, everything, right? Alright, they're sharing their pain now. This Death Yak is too dumb to come around to the east? That's great. Yeah, okay, thanks, Uskayu. I appreciate all the extra damage, even though I don't know exactly how the mechanics for it work. Anyway, all of these potions we've gotten mean that we've been able to use them rather freely against most of the main threats we've run into. I'm just going to keep running away from this guy until I find someplace safer to fight him. Further away from where reinforcements might arrive. And we could consider, perhaps, a Potion of Might here. Maybe a Potion of Haste would be better. I don't know. We've been able to use those somewhat freely, but I don't think we can just use them every time we run into anything. That wasn't really... Because, like, if you fight a Catablepus out in the open, you really take away his power to petrify you, right? The clouds always take at least, well, I don't know about always. If you move very slowly, it can take less than 1 turn, but we don't. So they take at least 1 normal length turn to petrify you. And in a close quarters, you can end up sort of painted into a corner where you... Oh, I should have been using my Rod of Ignition on this guy, probably. I just sort of wasn't taking him seriously because we've killed Hydras without danger in the past, but Hydras are scary enough that they can do a lot of spiky damage you're not expecting, and so you shouldn't treat them so cavalierly. Anyway, if you're out in the open, a Catablepus can't really paint you into a corner by surrounding all squares with his Calcifying Dust, which is a thing that can happen. Oh, it's a Deep Troll Shaman, not an Earth Mage. I forgot. There's a thing that can happen if you are... wow. Didn't even get to attack. He just healed himself once and then we killed him. If you're fighting them in close quarters, they can sort of hem you in. Whereas out in the open, there's generally always an escape route. Let's ID this Wand of Enslavement. Wand of Ice Blast. Maybe could have identified that instead. All right, but here we go. We've got a chance to use our Rod of Ignition. Yeah, it's... well, no, I'll just back up some more. There. Yeah, look at them explosions! Anyway, we've got an okay choke point, but not a great one, especially because elephants can push us. But this guy will provide. Hey. So what happened there? Under the old auto eat rules, so I hit explore and it started eating, right? And that's just what it always used to do. But it would have then eaten a second time under the old rules before beginning to explore. This time, it stopped because I'm hungry. I'm not sure why. Hit explore again and everything is fine, but that's a clear regression, right? The behavior is worse than it used to be now for whatever circumstances it was that I caused. By like pressing auto explore while very hungry, or in fact I think near starving. I don't like this fight right where I am. I'll just run all the way back to the south corner to my earlier safe zone. The Black Mamba throws a wrench into the works a bit. I think I can just duck in here reasonably safely. Yeah, killed the Black Mamba anyway. Nope. Tried to duck out to get a hit while he was paralyzed, but that might have been too dangerous. Let's go ahead and just, are they sharing pain? One of them is. I'll stomp them, see what happens. Yeah, okay, got him. And let's line pass our way through this guy so that we've got our choke point back. So that's something that I kind of like about Uskayu, I think, is even more than with other gods, your piety is very much a disposable resource. You can just sort of, it's about to disappear no matter what you do. So if using some piety will help you somehow, just use it. No corpse, that's too bad. So I get to use my Uskayu god abilities more than most gods, more than I actually use them for most gods anyway. You know, certainly it could be argued that I'm not using them enough for other gods, and I would not take issue with that. I think I use them more often than most people do, and looking through Morgs has tended to back up that point of view, but I don't actually know that it's true. I haven't done any statistical, analysis on it. Guide on enchantment and flight. No thanks. But you get to use them even more for Uskayu because they're just gonna go away no matter what, which is nice. I don't know if one of Uskayu's goals is to remind you to use your god abilities. Kind of like Bekelis. One of the things Bekelis exists for, as far as I know, is to remind players that Evocations is really good. Wow, what the heck happened? Where did I take all that damage? I guess first of all, I thought these were ordinary yaks. Now, let's see. All right, I hope that the Pain Bond might do a bit more damage than that. We're gonna actually have a good time with these guys. Boom. Line pass through them and run for our lives. Didn't work. Let's just read a teleport now while we can. I don't know where all these Death Yaks came from. Hey, landed on some stairs. Great. So, don't let the fact that I'm at 90 or 29 hit points, don't let that dissuade you into thinking I handled that encounter badly. It was all planned. I don't know why you guys are even scared. Easy game, easy life. Could easily have died there, honestly. Not handled at all well. mostly the problem was that I didn't realize I was in danger until I was almost dead, because I was just like holding tab and talking about design. Mod. I assume enslavement and so on is not likely to work. No, indeed not. So we basically have potions of might or tab. Those are our main approaches. I think a potion of might is fine. Or just walk away. What am I thinking? Walk away. See you later, mod. She doesn't have any loot we need. She's dangerous. I don't want to spend any consumables on her. Just leave her alone. There was no need to engage there. And I think that's, I guess that's it, huh? So we'll just head back up to dungeon. And as soon as we get there, we will end this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.